Ecstasies have different vibes. Is there an intentionally bad ecstasy?
Just
This one makes
like,
you feel fucking bad, dude.
When would you ever want to do that one?
Maybe you just have such a good life. What? I want to feel paranoid. Take this, man. It's booger flavor. This is the booger flavor. What is the jelly bean shit? Burt's
Burt's every flavored beans or whatever. Birdie Bots every flavored beans.
Birdie Bots, yeah, but it's all different kinds of ecstasies. This one makes you really itchy.
It gives you shaped like an anchovy. Yeah, this one sucks, dude. This one sucks.
Why? I mean, you feel decent, but it tastes like fish, and you just taste fish for an hour.
It's just MDMA and X-Lax.
No.
This one makes you roll and shit your brains out at the same time.
This one, it just gives you temporary eczema for 6 hours. It just makes you really itchy. And kind of euphoric. It's very strange.
It's funny because like literally weed is like that to me. I just know it's gonna make me feel like shit, and when I used to smoke it, it's like I went into it knowing that I would feel bad.
Yeah.
I know that once I put this in my body, I'm gonna wish I never did it.
Yeah. I've never had that reaction to weed. I was always surprised when you told me that.
What about but like coffee though? What about that? Because you said coffee gave you anxiety, and for me it still does that. But for some reason, I like the taste so much. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. Even though I know I'm gonna feel like ass.
It's kind of like.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. You finish.
Well, I was just gonna say it's like I remember hearing about my friend's brother that basically this guy, he's like really successful guy, really like he's kind of hardened mentally, right?
Yeah.
Really determined, and I don't know, he's just successful, right?
Yeah.
He felt like shit for a certain period of time, so he like did this survey on himself where he would just stop eating and drinking a certain thing week by week. Stop drinking dairy, stop drinking sugar, or eating sugar for a week until he found what was making him feel like shit. I was like, that takes so much self-control that I just don't have.
Man, Tom's homie went through something similar. He was getting some crazy, like he couldn't figure it out, some crazy allergic reaction, and he had to go on a similar diet. It wasn't so extreme. It was the inverse. He cut everything out at once and then slowly added stuff back in. But there was a month or 5-week period where, for 1 week he's just eating oatmeal, and then the next week he has something else. And Tom showed me pictures. This dude dropped 20 pounds. He looked bad. Tom and his friends would ask him, "Are you alive?" They all went and hung out at some lake house, and he fell asleep. And Tom said they were joking. I think putting their fingers under his nose or some shit to check if he's breathing.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
But yeah. Not
like,
the
do you
same
think you
thing.
could ever like lose a fuck ton of weight for a role? Like
I look at stuff like that and I think, nah. I don't care about that art of acting that much where I would say, yeah, I want to torture myself.
Yeah.
I could get buff for a role. That I can do.
I mean, what if they said like $5 million? Would you lose 15 pounds? Like starve yourself.
15 million is 15 million. What's my role? Like, what's the movie?
You are, let's see. You are
a skinny streamer. Yep.
Skinny streamer.
No. Go ahead. What's my movie? What's my role?
You work in a warehouse.
Okay.
And you are sick. No, that's it's a really sad movie about you losing a lot of weight because you're sick.
So just a guy at Home Depot with like dysentery?
Yeah.
Just diarrhea?
Yeah. It's a really sad movie about you pooping all the time and losing a bunch of weight.
Come on, Daniel, hurry up. Bring those hoses here. It's about to be gardening season. We need all the hoses at the front. Boss, I can't. I got the Rhea again. You always got the Rhea, boy. Move those hoses.
You sound like Chappelle a little bit.
Oops.
Did you watch his, by the way, his monologue on SNL?
I did.
It was great, right?
I mean, you know, other people have said this. I'm not the first one to say this, but, you know, he's just, he's just in such a mind state where, and I've seen people say that Carlin got to this point where, you know, it was beyond stand-up. It's just public speaking.
Yeah.
And I think that's the craziest thing about him is he doesn't really have to joke so that you want to watch him talk. I think that part is crazy.
Yeah.
Now, that's just such a dope place to be in.
Yeah.
Just get on stage and say, I'm going to just pontificate.
Yeah. 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 I almost feel like some of the jokes like took away from it at some point because we all just wanted to hear him make an important statement.
Yeah.
On a day as iconic as that day.
The thing I didn't catch that other people noticed was at the end of the monologue, he said good night and he dropped the microphone. But what I didn't catch was he's sort of just implying no one's going to watch SNL. And that part didn't even occur to me because I literally turned it off after he said good night. And I didn't even processed the fact that that was on SNL. There was a whole show afterward that I didn't give a shit about. I said,
so he didn't say welcome to SNL at the very end?
No, he said good night and he just threw the microphone down.
Jesus Christ.
Hard as nails, bro.
That's pretty dope. He's like, this is about me.
Yeah. Yeah. See ya. Sorry, I had a joke and I lost it, but yeah,
wow.
That shit was. So from that, a few days later, I went back and watched old Chappelle show, just sketches, and oh man, whoo! There's no way now.
That he can do any of that. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But they were hilarious.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude. The opening one of season 1 where he's parodying that old Mitsubishi commercial with the girl dancing. That shit just threw me for such a loop because I was crying, first of all, remembering that dumbass commercial. Do you remember that shit?
No.
It was for the Eclipse. And
okay.
It was the Eclipse with these, you know, extended exposure lights going through the commercial. And she's just in the Eclipse like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I do remember that.
And so the bit was Chappelle driving and this girl's in the passenger seat and they're listening to EDM. And she just like won't stop dancing. And he's looking at her, he's saying, "Does this bitch ever stop? Fuck is wrong with you?" And then he kicks her out and he gets another girl in the car and then they're driving around the street and they pass by the girl that he kicked out and she's just on the corner still going at it.
That you could make that now.
No, you can definitely make that now, but there was this whole bit where they show other footage that was cut out of the other girl dancing in the car and like her titty pops out and they freeze frame on Chappelle looking over at her tit. I'm just sitting there like, "Come on, titty." I was like, "Jeez, man." Hilarious.
Damn.
So funny. And before all of you go, "Oh, Noel thinks titties popping out is funny." Yes, I do.
Titties are funny.
Titties can be very funny.
Yeah.
You know, just
and awesome too. Tits are dope.
Yeah.
Boobs.
Boobs are cool, man. Hot take.
Ample bazonkers.
Hot take. Cody likes breast. And with that being said, Newt Gingrich, everybody. Newt, how do you feel about titties popping out?